Hello everybody, this is Reviews and More, back with a quick review. This is on another product from LiDL. That is a grocery store chain that has this set of center aisles that has everything from power tools, tool chest, boxes, women's underwear, everything you can imagine kind of gets thrown in seasonally with those center aisles. If you've ever been to it, it's LiDL, it's pronounced Lidl, and they have deals every week. So this is a product that they call a scrubber. So basically it's a cordless scrubber. It's battery powered, uses 4 AA batteries, and they are included, which is kind of nice. They're cheapo kind of batteries. They look kind of like what you would get from either Harbor Freight or some other similar company. They're not very heavy, so I'm not sure how long they last, but it's advertised to last continuously for 80 minutes. So I haven't tested that fully, but I tend to believe it based on how the lack of torque and power in this thing. So this is kind of a basic scrubber that you would use every day in your home for cleaning out things like bathrooms, countertops, that kind of stuff. It comes with 4 attachments. One is a general scrubber that's going to be used for things like brushing and just getting stuff out of little crevices. One that I'm going to test today, which is a scrubber that really is meant for like finishing or polishing off or removing dirt and grime. And then there's also a spinner that kind of gets into edges and corners really good, and then after that there's a very small detailer kind of scrubber. You'll see all of them in just a moment. Alright, now the scrubber itself is fairly light. I'd say it weighs probably less than a pound, and that includes even with the weights on there. You see how it spins there? It's a single setting scrubber, so it's going to go at that speed you see right there and no faster. The torque is okay. We're going to see kind of like a moderate torque test at the end where I put it on a glass weight scale, and you can see kind of how much weight I'm pushing on it before it starts really slowing down and not really moving much anymore. And give you a little spoiler, about 16 pounds is pretty much its limit to be really effective. And here's all the various PC parts to it. It pops on the actual machine there, the little handheld part. You will not hear an audible snap. That's one thing that I was kind of concerned about, because I would put it on there and there's little clips in it, but it didn't like make a snapping noise, but it also wouldn't come out easily. And the way this item's used is you're constantly putting pressure on it, so there shouldn't be any issue where it just falls off unintentionally. But that's the little red scrubber thing right there that is attached by Velcro, so you can in theory get any kitchen scrubber that's that material. We use these things that are like green that you can cut out if you want to, so you don't have to use that one anymore. You can always replace it. And you can actually replace it pretty cheap as long as you want to go to like a hardware store or something. And in just a moment, you're going to hear the actual sound it makes. This is just me testing it on my glass in my shower. It tends to get calcium and crud on it after time. So in just a moment, you'll actually hear the noise it makes and get an idea of what it sounds like when it's being used with pressure. And I think that's enough. And that's picking up the sound with my cell phone camera, so it's going to be a little bit close to it compared to other stuff. But it does work. It's functional. It does the job. I would say that there's probably alternatives out there that would be cheaper. This one was $25, which even for a bathroom item is kind of expensive, considering that it's not rechargeable. This thing uses standard 4 AA's, and I was kind of hoping at that price you'd have like maybe a rechargeable lithium battery in there. Even if it was just integrated, it would work. I personally think a better solution is to use a drill, but given the drills can be heavier, so if you are in a position where you're cleaning a house or cleaning stuff in your home and you're like, I realize it's $25, but I don't have a drill that's really going to be functional for me to use because of the weight, this might be a good option because it is very lightweight. But there are other options out there that I think are more cost effective, like if you have a drill already, because you can go to Harbor Freight and get drill brushes and get like a little like they're the little yellow sanding pads that attach to drills, that kind of stuff, for fairly cheap. So I think there are other alternatives out there, but for what this is for, if you live in like an apartment, or if you just need something that's going to do the job quick, or you can't deal with the weight of a drill over any period of time cleaning, this might be a good option for you. And the last thing we'll do here is just a quick test on a scale. This will kind of give you an understanding of just exactly how much pressure this thing can take before you start losing actual turning strength. This effectively measures how much torque you got to deal with here. Now, this is not an exact test, obviously, but it kind of gets the job done. So I'm just putting pressure on it as it spins, and it'll start to just slowly not want to go. Right around 15 to 16 pounds, it starts really losing rotation ability, which means you're not scrubbing anymore effectively. So if you got 15, 16 pounds is a pretty good amount of pressure put on it. So for the most part, I think this will cover most of your needs inside of a bathroom. But if you're going to try to use this, let's say to clean carpet with those brushes, I would say you probably need to look somewhere else. This isn't going to be an effective way to do it. So So like I have a review out there of some drill brushes that go on like a 20-volt drill. That's going to be more your game there. You're not going to get anything really more than cleaning flat surfaces out of those brushes or this scrubber. So I wouldn't recommend using it on things like carpet or upholstery, just because it's not going to have the torque you need. It's not going to be able to get in the cracks and crevices quite the same way into fabric as it will onto non-porous tile style surfaces and things like that. And of course, you're also going to need to use some kind of cleaner along with any of these to help kind of facilitate the cleaning process that goes on with it. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you would like and if you want me to keep making this kind of stuff. And see you on the next one.